It showed you removed us from the thing.
I did.
What is that? Happy affiliate anniversary.
That's what it says on your
Twitch.
On Twitch.
Who's she?
It must have been.
Oh, it must have been a year. Yeah.
Oh.
A year ago since we were
Wow.
Twitch affiliate. Or 2 years ago. Maybe.
All right, girlies.
Ooh. Oh, yes. You just said how you
I'm cracking
hate
it.
that, but let's do it.
Yeah, I'm
Crack her
cracking
open.
open the new White Claw non-alcoholic premium seltzer. Refreshing and hydrating electrolytes. 15 calories. This flavor, I thought was just their... I thought it was just like their regular flavors, but they like mixed flavors. And this one is their black cherry cranberry. And when I drink White Claw, I do typically drink black cherry.
Yeah.
Sorry. It smells... I'm getting black cherry notes immediately.
No.
Smells like a White Claw.
Bro, what? No. I like it. It tastes like because I like the artificial flavor of the black cherry White Claw. And I think it's good. I think I like it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Skinny can.
That's what, and I'm like, anytime you put like, my energy drinks are also in a thin can, and so anytime you put those in like your brewmate koozies, like when you're deciding not to drink, it just makes it feel better. But no, I think this is delicious.
Delicious and nutritious for those electrolytes.
Electrolytes, getting me hydrated because I've only had 30 ounces of water today. So I don't have an Awala like Adam.
What do
Oh,
you
both
mean?
of you.
Oh,
Wow. See, when I think of Awala, I think of the one RJ has.
Yes, this iconic top.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the girl.
Because
Now, which one of
the
you is the
straw-
iconic top again?
Honey, neither of us.
and is it in the room today? She's
Jeez.
not here. I don't see her. It's funny because
He's
I
working
used
at Geyser Point. It's very.
That's what you wanted to hear. That's
That's
what you
what we
wanted.
wanted.
That's
Oh
what we
my
wanted.
God.
Yes. That's right. Kiki Kaka. Because I'm not really a straw girly, but for some reason, if the straw is hidden like this, it's like, ooh, slurp,
It
slurp,
makes
slurp,
it a
slurp,
fun
slurp.
little
What do you
experience.
It's
mean
like a
that's a
surprise.
straw?
Sip from there. Sip like it's a straw.
I've been tilting.
You've been tilting.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a fun little
That's
experience.
It's a secret straw.
Wow.
Wow.
I just wanted
Amazing.
this one because I want the
Ugh,
handle.
now it tastes like Crystal
Yeah.
Light, girl. Your Crystal Light ass lips.
Yeah,
Or like
Archie,
Adam
before
fed
you-
water.
Before you sat down, I saw him putting that crystal light on his lips like it was a lip scrub.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, I get in
It's an
mine.
exfoliant.
An exfoliant. They should do that.
Yeah.
Girlies, how are we doing?
We're
We're
good.
fine. I'm freezing. I'm so
We are
tired
freezing.
of
We're
this.
so tired of being so cold.
I'm so
I know.
cold.
The
We
girls
only
don't
got to
even
like
know.
34 degrees today.
Oh, I would kill for 30.
I would love it.
34 and sunny.
So we are supposed to get like in the 30s next week.
Next week is supposed to be warmer for us, which is nice. But Lord, it's painful.
This wind chill is insane. When I'm outside, like my eyes are the only thing that's like not covered, and it's like,
the piercing.
oh, it's
Free
awful.
RJ took Friedrich out once without his little booties, and he was like, ah.
he's
Yeah.
like-
Does he like fall down? Like
no,
his-
he lifts. He's lifting.
That's
he's, like,
what. Yes,
lifting.
when
He's like,
he lifts, and then when she can't lift anymore, she like lays, and I'm like, no, let's go
worse.
pick her up.
but when Friedrich has his booties though, he's like, oh,
He's heel
where are we
clacking.
going? Where are we going?
He's heel
Yes.
clacking for sure.
Oh, like he is running. I'm like, Friedrich,
He's leaping.
Oh.
He's bounding.
relax. He loves it. But
So
as soon
funny.
as his bare paw touches the ice, it's like,
Ugh.
I don't want to be.
I mean, I would be the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I have shoes on and I don't want to be out in the ice.
Yeah, girl.
Right. Yeah,
I wish
just
I
wanna-
wish you could train dogs to just pee in the toilet.
like
There's the
Bruce
one on TikTok.
Almighty.
There's the
Yeah,
one
like
on
Bruce-
TikTok.
Oh, I haven't seen the TikTok pooping dog.
It's literally, it looks like Bruce Almighty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
They put the back legs up.
It's like,
Fascinating.
I guess it's our affiliate anniversary. We've already shown it once, but I guess it's
Yeah, it's telling everyone to type
to press
it.
the button.
Push the button.
Push the button.
Push the
button.
button. You
Push
can
the
now
button.
rent The Color Purple to watch in your own homes 3 weeks after its release in theaters.
Crazy.
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 So crazy.
I say crazy, but guess whose ass is going to be renting The Color Purple to
Oh,
watch in
yeah.
her own home? Me.
Yeah.
I am.
Me, that's so.
Me, that's you.
I just don't understand how
quick the turnaround.
yeah, like I mean, and I said it in the group chat today of like, where was their advertising budget? I can't look left and right without seeing a Mean Girls ad.
I
Yeah.
know.
Which is crazy because it was originally supposed to come out on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
I
And they
feel
only
like I
switched in
haven't seen
September.
any Mean Girls ads.
Oh, my girl, my
Oh.
TikTok is
My
just
TikTok and my Twitter are full of it, but I would not say it's full of ads. They're full of clips of the press tour. Just the people.
yeah.
the
clipped
the
of
girls were
Renee.
busy on this
Yeah.
press
Yeah.
tour.
well,
Is
we've
The
got
Color
someone
Purple
asking.
even doing press?
I think it's
think it's
because it
over.
was over because it was all before Christmas, like between Christmas and New Year's, and I
Yeah,
You can't
all-
do press tours in between Christmas and New Year's. Nobody's paying attention.
well, there was the whole thing of people thought that Taraji and Oprah were fighting during the press.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
I do
Oh.
remember seeing that. And then Taraji complaining that she didn't have a car to take her on to set every day, and I'm like,
Get these
That she had
people
to-
cars.
that
get
she had
the
to drive
Oprah,
herself.
get them cars. Also, Taraji, get your contracting people to put that shit in your
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Also, like, it's not even like Taraji's like the sixth lead of she is the
She's
like
the
second
third
lead
face
of the
Yeah.
on the
film. Yeah.
poster.
Yeah.
My God,
All this to say, everyone needs to rent and buy Color Purple because it's such a great film.
it's very.
You
good.
can watch and listen to our not watch. You can listen to our showgaze reaction, our recap, our episode where we discuss Color Purple and Mean Girls. It's the first time. I mean, it feels like the first time in a long time for like multiple music movies coming out at the same like time.
There's 3. 'Cause
Wonka.
Wonka.
Twinkie Wonka, yeah. Also,
And Wish, I guess, technically, is also.
No,
but
that's
No.
not a
Yeah.
musical.
Okay.
No.
Well,
it's
it is a musical, but like, I guess
Okay,
I haven't
we
seen
did-
it,
we
so I
did-
don't know.
Someone asked, "How was Miss Musical Means Girls?"
Okay, I'm gonna go last since I am a.
You have
I'm
the
gonna- I'm-
most. You have the most subject matter expert because you've seen the Broadway one, right? Oh no,
I-
Casey's seen it too.
Casey has also seen it,
Yeah.
so Casey and I have the most knowledge of us all. So
And Adam and I technically.
So we have to go first.
Adam and I technically have done this on Showgaze, so you can go more in depth there. You can listen to Molly and the three of us talk about how obsessed we are with Renee Rapp, but I'm sure that'll also happen here. We ended up having a good time. We came in with zero expectations.
I think that's the
Probably-
way you should go into
And
it.
I think that's the way you should go into it. Because from what we've seen, it's the people that have high expectations from what they wanted, from what they saw in the musical adaptation, that have had the loudest opinions about the movie. And it's people who are just seeing the movie. I was like, I'm having a great time. So
yeah, I was entertained.
I was thoroughly
Is it my
entertained.
favorite movie musical I've ever seen? Absolutely not.
why would
but-
it be? And going in, even
Right.
with no expectations, that it's not going to be your favorite.
But were the new jokes really funny? They sure
They sure
fucking were.
Mhm.
They sure were. That iCarly joke is one of the funniest.
Oh
I've
my
ever
God!
seen in
I
my life.
lost my mind.
It's incredible.
I First of all, nobody in this. We had not a full theater at all. We went to like a 1:30 showing on a Saturday, but it was also like I have never. And we went to the movie theater at the mall, which I hate. There's
The Des Moines
the
Des Moines Town Square.
The square, yes. Whereas there's a movie theater much closer to my house that's newer, it's nicer, and it's just like a standalone theater. It was also
Chives Regal, yeah.
The Chives Regal.
Yeah.
It was also horrible weather. We walked around the mall afterward because it was my sister's birthday and that's what she wanted to do. And there was no one there. Half of the stores were closed. So there were maybe like 20 people in this theater. I was the only one audibly reacting the entire time. And the people I was with would then react after I reacted. So, but
What was the age
scrumped.
range?
Like mid 20s to like moms.
So millennials.
Yeah.
Solidly. Yeah.
Maybe some like late Gen Z.
We had
Maybe some.
we had a couple gaggles of Gen Zs, like full rows of Gen Zs, kikiing in pink, all in pink.
We saw this at the AMC in Evanston, so right next to Northwestern. So when that Northwestern joke dropped, girl, the girls...
Not even joke. It's not even a joke. It's just a reference
It's
to
just a
Northwestern.
reference.
Yeah.
The girls were...
Because the original film takes place in Evanston.
The
Yep.
girls were click-clacking. It was a lot of Gen Z. It's a lot of 20-year-olds, a lot of college girls.
We went to the pre-show, the pre-opening screening, which was on Wednesdays. We were pink screening.
Yeah.
So our theater, I feel like, was specifically MT girlies who
Okay.
really wanted to see the show. And I know this because, you know, when you're not singing along, but you're moving your mouth and
you can hear
consonants still happen.
Oh.
So I'm going to let you guess which
Which song they
it
did that
was
to.
when I heard that happening right behind me.
Oh, I don't even know.
Which song is the MT girly song in every
I'd rather
girly's
be
book?
me.
Yep. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And that's fine. They're not singing. It's fine.
You're living your truth.
And
That's
you're
fine.
living your truth. Ali is so good in this
Ali
movie.
is so good.
She's okay. Yeah.
And it's fine. I will say Molly, when she said she saw it and she was like, there were a lot of like millennial moms with like Gen Z, almost Gen Alpha, like 11-year-old
That's
daughters.
horrifying. That is a world I don't want to be a part of right now in this time.
Yeah. So, I thought, okay, so I'll just say my general thought is I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. I had a good time. I did not know any of the original music, so I was not upset by any of the changes that they may have made, which I found out later. I thought everything worked pretty much.
The casting is really
The
good.
casting is the strongest part of this film.
It's a good cast.
Damien's incredible. Renee Rapp is so iconic.
Transcendent.
Avantika is a revelation.
Oh my gosh!
as
Thank you
Karen.
for introducing
love
me to
Avantika,
Avantika.
yes.
She's
so
I
funny.
couldn't believe anything she did. I was like screaming at the screen. She's so
Just
funny.
like fixated on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
the
There
bit.
were-
Oh, it's so good. It was fine. It was good.
It really is interesting then also being on TikTok and listening to all the Gen Z reviews
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
are not necessarily musical theater people. And they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like, she played her too dumb. And I'm like, that's
Oh my god.
the bit.
That's the bit.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny.
Yeah.
Of course, a normal person's not going to put grilled cheese on as a highlighter. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
please. Get.
Would like to
oh,
try.
man.
No.
What?
No.
No?
No. Wait a minute.
We're going to.
No, hold
You might be
on.
onto something.
You might be
Okay.
onto something.
Okay.
A
I-
Gouda versus a.
Yeah. What kind of? What are we?
So
what are
I
we doing
saw
here with?
for Showgaze we listened to the differences of some of the songs, and I watched
Based on Miranda's recommendation, I did
recommendation.
pull up the different versions from the musical to the movie.
Yeah. So, listeners, if you have not listened to the original Mean Girls Broadway soundtrack, I highly recommend it because the differences in music between the movie and the musical were so intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mainly because
Mainly Katie's songs.
Mainly Katie's
so-
songs, but also even like I'd Rather Be Me, Apex Predator, like the lyrics were almost identical to that of the musical, but the music itself was like so much
The arrangement's
more
different, yeah.
arrangements,
the
yeah.
arrangement was so much more timid and like it
Pop.
was so strange. I'm like, it didn't I don't know. It was
I
fascinating.
think it's when we were comparing the two, it felt like the original Broadway is musical theater. Those are BFAs. They are belting. They are enunciating. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the movie, it's like, oh, they're like, it's like years later, you know. So it's like it fits Renee's voice. It fits like Anjuri's voice. Like it's so different.
See, I thought like all of Regina George's were almost identical to that. But then again, Renee was Regina George on Broadway. Like,
Yeah.
so I didn't think they touched Meet the Plastics besides
They
obviously
just
cutting.
Cutting.
They cut every, which would not have made sense for the movie. It's so corny. It's so
No.
cheesy.
Yes.
It would not have worked.
Right.
The one thing that
That entrance is so iconic.
It's-
Like, it's almost crazy thinking back that like Regina in the original film doesn't really have an entrance like that.
Yeah.
Like it's so iconicized in this movie that I was like, oh, she just kind of like enters in the
Yeah.
original.
In the Broadway show, she is standing on a lunch table and they roll the lunch table in.
Yeah.
And she is
Sure.
standing in her
Power
it is
house.
and then
Power
like and then Karen and what's her face Gretchen are like awing at her like they're statues. It's iconic.
Well, that's what we were saying. The movie felt more like it was all Regina, and Gretchen and Karen don't really share in the like they hold power. You know what I mean? Like they're really just lackeys. That I feel like in the original movie they were also part of like
They had a little bit more,
clout,
like
and
role
power.
in the meanness and the
Yes,
power.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was our biggest thing. It didn't feel mean enough. Like the meanness is different this time around, right? Like Regina's
but
meanness.
I think that's
is-
also like this new generation.
yeah. It's like we can't bully anymore. Like we
Yeah.
did back in 2000.
Yeah. It's like Janice is just allowed to be a lesbian, which is great.
Yes, which is
You
great.
know?
I think that was like the biggest problem of the first movie because it's like the thing was her being a lesbian, but here it's like she's obsessed.
She's she's
A
also
pyro.
a
She's a
pyromaniac.
pyro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was telling them in Showgaze, like, Regina's power came from that moment, right? When she came out to her and, like, gave her the stuffed animal. It's like, oh, people will just, like, openly give me things, and then I can, like, twist it in my way to, like, get more people to like me or whatever. Renée Rapp is so good in this movie. She's so sapphic.
Oh my god.
Like,
I'm
that's what we
bisexual.
didn't get with the first movie.
Yeah.
The girls didn't want to like be with Regina.
It feels like
but
a
here-
different generation's Regina George
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Renee Rapp with all of my being.
I'm so worried you're gonna say something absolutely bonkers right now.
What?
I'm
No.
really scared you're gonna be like, and I didn't think it was good.
Oh, no, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I giggled the entire time. But I love Mean Girls. I love
Yeah.
the film. I loved the Broadway show, as silly and as unserious as it was. Like,
Mhm.
I just loved it. And I don't know. I love it.
I did like this Katie. I know like it's such a departure from like the Katie in the musical. I like that she's like awkward and like shy. And so I didn't really
The-
mind the songs. It's different. I didn't mind it. It wasn't like my favorite song. Like
No.
Stupid with Love is not my favorite. But because when she does the switch at the end, when Regina can't sit with them anymore, she still looks awkward trying to pretend to be like
Yeah.
Queen Bee or whatever. That I'm like, oh, I like that she, at the end of it, it's like, it was not even worth kind of like pretending to be anyone.
But she like doesn't really take on the role like from the movie where like Lindsay really is
True.
obsessed with becoming the plastic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I don't feel like we see that transformation from her
Yeah.
Agreed.
as much as we, I mean, maybe partly because it is a musical, so we're only
Yeah.
getting bits and pieces because it was really hard to like decipher her relationship with Damien and Janice.
Mm-hmm.
And then like yeah, it was like she barely really even talked the whole time. So it was very hard to like have any kind of feelings about Katie at all.
Yeah. That's how I felt about Gretchen. I felt like Gretchen was like not really. It's hard because her whole thing is like I don't like she's like sad. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
It was hard, and I really don't like that song that she sang in the closet. It
Oh,
felt
it's I don't like it on stage either.
It feels like
it's
so
bad.
out of place. Like all of a sudden you're having this super earnest.
It's her like
song.
second scene, and she's like, "Am I a bad person, or does she not
Yeah.
like me?" And I was like, "You're having this revelation way too early for this character. We're still a comedy right now. What's
Yeah.
happening?"
Yeah. And
Going
when
back
she's-
to Katie, real quick.
Yeah.
I get that. I do like that she was a shy, timid version of Katie.
Mhm.
Then you need to get rid of those songs.
Yeah.
In Revenge Party, when she's like, no, or what?
Oh yeah.
In the on the Broadway version, she's like, no. And then she's like, I can't even watch when she touches his hair. And she's like, I can't even watch when she touches his hair. And I've seen a snake eat a cow. And then she's like, one candy cane, please. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. Like, it's just so. And I totally get that new version, but
Yeah.
it's not then aligning. Like, you can totally transition that. And that's what they did. They removed It Roars at the beginning and gave her that song, What Ifs, which was, I did not
Fine.
like it, but
Totally
it was
fine.
whatever. But
we
it's what this Katie is. If
Yeah.
that's what you want her to
Mhm.
be, then you have to
Yeah.
fix the rest of the songs. You have to fix
It's-
everything else for
The
her.
What If song is so weird because it's like, what if I like lived in like the song is about moving to America.
I can't even.
And then it just,
We talk
and
about
then
this on the episode, but I was. Here's my issue. Sorry.
What is he? He looks like a. Aw, my sweet babe.
she
Here's my
chops her
issue with
beard
her What Ifs, even It Roars. She doesn't that song it's her I Want song.
Mhm.
What does she want at the beginning of the she doesn't want anything yet. We don't
That's
know.
what
It's
I was
so
waiting for the new
stupid.
lyrics of her being excited to go to a
Yeah.
school and to meet people, and the jokes that like It Roars had about high school in that time frame, like talking about a Starbucks venti chai
Mhm.
and whatever, and then she's like talking to people, and the school kids are like, "Ew, don't talk to me, unsubscribe." Like, I wanted some of that in there, but like, yeah, like what does she want?
I just don't her want in the story of Mean Girls is that she wants to date Aaron. But unfortunately, we are making this musical in a like post 2008 energy where we're like, well, girls, the main protagonist of the musical, her want can't be that she wants to get with a guy. It has to be something else. But like that is what she wants. She wants to get with Aaron. That is her objective in the movie. That is her main objective. It's not to win mathletes. It's not to become a mathematician or whatever you want to write for this character. It's not. She wants to get with Aaron Samuels, and that's fine. It works because it's so simple, because that's what teenagers want. They want to have sex at 17 years old. Okay? That's what happens.
Yeah.
Shocking.
And they want to get married at 19 and throw a small costume
So
party.
it's weird to
Throw
me,
a
like in the first
costume
3
party.
minutes, you give her a want song, and it's just like, I want to have a what if. What if I have a different life? That's not an I want. You're just asking questions. What are you talking
And it was
about?
and it was so strange because literally mother Jenna Fisher comes in and says, "You know what? We're going to move away." And then she starts running and it's like, "What if I go to school?" And it's like, "Well, you
And
are
then you
going
do.
to
You're
because your
going to
mother
school.
just
You
said
are.
Yeah.
we're doing it."
Her Amy Adams should have come in as like the aunt.
I
Because
was
then they all look
I
the
know.
same.
They
Yeah.
all look the same. Oh
same.
man.
Somebody should have got Isla Fisher in there too.
I was getting Amy Adams from her at certain
I was too. I was as
certain
well.
moments.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
wondered if they
crazy.
tried to get her first.
That's it.
But Avantika was great. Jacquel was great. And like Ali and Renee had like the best voices in the entire movie.
So good.
was
Yeah.
It's crazy
And-
to think that Ali, voice of Moana, is now it can do Janice. It's cool.
Yeah.
That, like, she
And we
can
all
do-
know the Janice Elphaba pipeline, so we all
She's
know
gonna
it.
replace Cynthia in Wicked Part 2.
Yep, that's the twist.
That's the twist. A twist in time.
A twist in time.
Well, because
thought
is it
Jacko was
confirmed
so
that
funny.
she is gonna play Moana?
No, she
in the
backed
live
out.
action.
She backed
Right,
out? Did she back
Yeah,
out?
she backed out a while ago.
She was
Yep.
like, let's give some other girlies a chance.
I'm 25 now or whatever. No, she's
Yeah.
probably 22.
Yeah.
No,
23.
she bowed out because she is not from the region Moana is supposed to be from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Freelac.
So from a cultural standpoint,
Freelac.
Freelac, I don't know. I need to
What-
see your Venn
What
diagram.
rock in Austin have you been living under?
I need to see this Venn diagram because Spice Girls and Drag Race land within this
I'm
Venn
more mad
diagram
about-
of yours. I know.
Oh,
He
that
had to
one.
explain Ashley Park's cameo to Freelac?
So yes,
Girly.
Ashley Park was the original Gretchen on Broadway,
Broadway.
and she was the
French
teacher.
teacher.
And then
she's an Emily in Paris girly now.
Yes.
And then so Lilo, not and Stitch,
And Stitch?
Lowen.
The
Lindsay
press
Lohan.
tour of this has given us so
Oh,
many
yeah.
bangers on TikTok.
so good. I cannot handle
This
talking
is-
about just real quick. Renee's circa 2002 eyeglasses. I am unable to see
Her
past.
tiny
I
little
cannot
glasses.
see past these early 2000s glasses. I get that they're trying to like make that time come back, but I'm asking her to not.
Did
I'm
you
literally
see-
asking her
Have you
to
seen
not.
the clip of her on Watch What Happens Live when she's like, I'm an
Yes.
ageist?
I'm an ageist.
It's so funny. And Andy Cohen is like, what? Are you supposed to say that? And she goes, no.
And he's like, "Are you ageist against me?" And she said, "No." I was like, "Bitch, yes, you
Yes,
are.
you are, girl. You know. She's like,
You
"Yeah, girl."
absolutely are."
It's so funny.
Ugh.
Yeah, this press
But
tour
yeah,
is
go
gonna
s-
keep her booked, girl.
Yeah. Go see Mean Girls. There's an absolute funny scene during the Halloween stuff that is completely me in every way. Which, guys, I need you to meet my children.
Oh.
Oh
While
my
Casey,
God.
while Casey goes to get her new children, we were in the theater, and the line after the Halloween party is so Casey that I literally screamed and snorted in this very quiet 24-person movie theater, and immediately grabbed my phone and was like, I have to text Casey, because Casey was seeing it like 30 minutes later. I was like, Casey, there is a line, and she came out of the movie. She goes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I also died. It was so
Like,
funny.
Yeah, I felt like the jokes were literally just for me. I felt like I was cackling and no one else was. Like I was like
No one else was.
squeezing Joe's arm anytime, like when the iCarly joke happened, I squeezed his arm.
God.
He had no idea what was going on.
That
but-
was so
I don't
funny.
even know. I've never even seen an iCar. I don't know this theme song at all, but the joke
No.
itself is so funny
Yes.
to me.
Yes, I did not know the theme song. I couldn't sing the theme song right now, but the
No.
joke is so funny.
It's so
Okay,
stupid.
sorry. Show us
Sorry,
the
sorry, sorry.
Show
children
us
that
the
you
kids,
just bought.
okay.
So these are my
Bratz
Bratz
babies.
babies. These came out in 2004. So
Okay.
here is
Same year as Mean
Queen
Girls.
Bee, Miss Chloe.
Mhm.
So
And then
Mean
we
Girls
have-
also came out in 2004, no?
Yes. it did.
Yep. Yasmin. My niece
Yes.
Ariana was a big Bratz girly. All the Sasha, Jade, like these just came out, and these are like absolute like complete replicas
All
of
these
the
names are just
2004
drag race
version.
alums.
I know. These are all
Yeah.
Sasha, Jade.
Well, they got it from
Anitra,
the
Lucy
baby.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say they're like, give me the Bratz book of names, and that's how I'm gonna
Yeah.
get my drag name.
Here, I'm gonna read something to you. Step back in time with the Bratz and see how it all began, as they express themselves with baby Bratitude style.
Gratitude.
Not
Gratitude.
They all have a little
Gratitude.
pet. They all have like
It's
a little like
important to-
coat.
Always express your gratitude.
Yeah. They wear their bottle like it's a little purse.
That's funny.
And that's right.
The dolls inspire the dolls.
Wow.
And yeah, and they like. I was not a brat because obviously I was a literal senior in high school during this time. But there is.
But now that you're
There is-
definitely older, it's time to go back.
Now that
Return.
20 years have passed,
Now
it's
that
time to go back. Let's go back. There's just something, they just like crack me up so much. I had to get them. I bought 2 online and then I was at Target bored yesterday and I bought the other 2 because I said, you know what, let's just complete the set.
Sure.
I checked my bank
get
account. I
it.
had more money than I thought I would have at this
There you
point in
go.
the month.
Then
And
that
I
means
said,
it's
you know
free.
what?
if it was
It's
money
girl
that
math.
you didn't even know that you had,
I didn't even
then it's,
know.
You didn't know, so it's free.
Plus, I had a Target Circle offer to get $15 off if I spent
Wow.
$75.
I did
Oh.
a return from when I took
Adam
those
did a return.
sweatpants back, so I had free money.
That is
Free
free
money.
money. You made money
I
on
made
that.
I made
yeah.
money.
Wow.
I have a couple returns to send back as well. So yeah, these are the dolls, the babes, my children. I'm gonna go put them back with Miss Tora Lee, the cat that RJ got me.
Okay.
Miranda, do you
Okay.
wanna be our Emmys Critics' Choice Awards correspondent?
Yeah, give us a quick wrap.
Sure. Yes. Real quick. Another week of awards. I was so confused for the longest time. I was like, why? Because last week when it was the Golden Globes, the Emmys also had their like,
Schmemmies.
whatever,
the
creative
Schmemmies.
Emmys. and I was like, why is this happening on the same night? I like completely forgot. Like I remember when Emmy noms came out. And then I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that because of the strikes,
strikes.
they wouldn't have the Emmys. So it just didn't even like cross my mind that the Emmys didn't happen. Nothing. And so the Emmys were last night, which was Monday the 15th. The Critics'
Make it
Choice
a
Awards were on Sunday. So Sunday, our Critics' Choice Awards host, ironically, was ex-girlfriend of Joe Coy, who hosted the Golden Globes,
Yep.
Chelsea Handler.
Miss Chelsea.
And yes, she did come out and she did a good job. She did poke fun at the fact that what the fact was. She like said something about like, thank you for laughing at that. My writers wrote that. Things like that.
Mhm.
But they were fine. I did not personally, I only watched clips of the Critics' Choice Awards because I watched the Emmys in full last night, and Anthony Anderson was the host. It was the 75th Emmys, and it was one of the award shows that I thoroughly enjoyed from like a really long, like it's been a while since I've enjoyed an award show like that because they paid homage to so many past TV shows, and so they built sets. So like, and they brought back cast from the shows. So they brought back like Martin Lawrence and the cast of Martin on the Martin set. They first had, they had the Cheers cast on the Cheers set. Grey's Anatomy. This was fascinating to me. So famously, yes, Grey's Anatomy is still a show that is on television, but they brought out Meredith, Alex Karev, Miranda Bailey, and the chief, whatever his name was.
Chief Weber.
Chief Weber. And Katherine Heigl was there. Now, if you don't know why this is fascinating is because Katherine Heigl is an Emmy winner, and the only time she won an Emmy was for her role on Grey's Anatomy. Okay?
Yes.
The next
Say
year,
This is the
the
greatest
next
tea.
year, Katherine Heigl wrote to the Emmys and says, I would like to withdraw my name from any consideration for this year's Emmys because I do not feel like my character was written well enough. I do not feel like the storylines deserve this. This is before she was even nominated, okay? Oh,
That's when she got blacklisted, basically.
that's when she then got kicked off Grey's Anatomy.
Yep.
They wrote her off Grey's Anatomy, and she continued to get work that immediately flopped
Yep.
from then on. And we haven't seen her in anything mainstream since.
Nope.
But she did recently do Actors on Actors with Ellen Pompeo, and she showed up to the Emmys last night with the cast of Grey's Anatomy, and I was like,
she's
this
getting
is
her redemption arc.
wild. Another notable moment, which I have not seen anybody talk about, and I almost texted Adam, but I'm like, I'm just tired of talking into like blank space under the group chat where Adam doesn't respond. So because it was the 7th, they did like a montage. You know, I love a good montage. So they were doing
Talking about
montage of like,
In
no,
But the
fuck.
In
I
Memoriam was
forgot.
good.
It's like
And
I
a lot
almost
of
forgot
people
Mac.
died.
A lot. Well, and it was like because it was like September 2022
Yes, yeah.
through January 2023. I was like, damn. I was like, oh my God, Kirstie Alley died. I was like, oh yeah, Kirstie Alley died like over a year ago. Like
Yeah.
all this. No, they were doing a montage of like past memorable moments of television. And then in there was a segment where it was like,
Was there one in September 2001?
yes. They showed clips. They're like, I forget what it was, but it was like something. It was a clip from Martin
saw a
Luther King
tweet.
Jr.'s
I saw a tweet about this.
speech, a clip from landing on the moon, and then a clip of one of the planes flying into the Twin Towers. And that was it. Like, and this montage was not like long enough to. I was like, did that just happen?
Oh my God.
Did they just. What?
Yeah.
Wild to me. Oh my God. And we lost Casey.
And we lost
Casey said, absolutely not.
remove.
No,
me.
it was. I'm trying to think of any other like memorable moments.
I saw Carol Burnett and then
Oh yeah,
Quinta.
Carol
Quinta
Burnett.
winning and
Yeah, so Carol Burnett gave Quinta her award, and then Quinta was like crying, and she's like, "I think it's just like the Carol Burnett of it all, like the fact that she just
is very sweet.
yes."
There was
I didn't
no
realize that
steamer in
she's-
sight
she's
in
that
the
dress.
building. Not a
I
single
can't talk about that
steamer.
dress.
That's the designer of Quinta's dress, or not her stylist
Stylist.
came and was like, it's whatever satin, like it's supposed to look that way, blah
No.
blah blah. I'm like, it
It doesn't-
doesn't
and
translate. It
and
doesn't
it doesn't
translate
look
on
good.
any
Sorry.
carpet.
Sorry.
You shouldn't put it on any
No.
carpet. The silhouette, beautiful. The color on her, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot.
You can't do that, girl.
You can't do that satin on runways. Sorry.
No.
No.
Also, I didn't realize
No.
that she is the second leading actress comedy winner, Black leading actress comedy winner since the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
In
Mhm.
'81 was the last winner.
Mhm. And they
Wow.
presented, the mom from the Jeffersons and Quinta presented together. Yes.
Amazing.
I know. I'm trying to think of what other iconic shows that they brought back to it. They brought like out the cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which was really
Yes.
weird.
A show that's
They're
never
They're
been
still on
nominated
the
for an Emmy.
air.
They're
Yeah.
still on the air, and they're like 75. You've been doing this for 75 years. Have any of you ever? It was funny. And then
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, because he won an Emmy before, and he was like, Ria's won 4 for Cheers, and I was like, oh, look at them, sweet babes.
I didn't know they were separated.
Yeah, for a few
They're,
years
amic-
now.
they're amicably separated.
It's precious.
That sounds
Unheard
great.
of.
That's mature. That's
That's-
mature.
That is mature.
That sounds
Absolutely.
like a vacation, girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them both. I'm trying to think of who else. No one else that I really cared about.
That's crazy about the Katherine Heigl one.
Oh my God, I know. I was
Interesting.
like, excuse me?
Maybe
Wow.
her arc is
Her
coming.
fall from grace is so iconic. I mean, it's like truly
Which is so sad because I
the
had-
fumbling of the
I
bag.
I
is,
thought 27 Dresses was cute.
It's so good.
It was,
It
like,
was cute.
Oh, it's
It's
coming.
like-
it was
It's
James
coming.
Marsden's first time at the Emmys.
I
Let's
cannot
talk about
believe he was nominated
let's
for
talk-
that role. That's
He was
so
nominated for
funny to me.
playing himself, which is
So
I
But
mean,
he-
obviously
funny.
he
it's a
did
version of
so
himself,
well.
but- Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny. But also, like, I feel like we as a culture, if there's one person that we failed, it is James Marsden. Like,
Yes.
why has his career not been 1,000 times better for the amount of talent
Yeah.
that he has?
It
And,
really
like,
is
always
unfortunate.
shows up at everything. He shows out at everything. He hasn't aged. Like he still looks
I think
the
I
same.
think James Marsden should have the career that Chris Pratt has in like full on.
I was thinking like the fact that he's not a Marvel in any way is wild.
He's
to
an
me.
original Marvel because he was in the original X-Men trilogy. He's Cyclops.
He was Cyclops.
Oh. Well, maybe he'll make his
Pre-MCU,
way.
pre-MCU.
Yeah,
Maybe she'll
maybe
come
he'll
back.
make his way back into the MCU after that. Trying to think of what else. Who else? I think that's about it. That was exciting.
Great.
Yeah.
Did you see Coleman Domingo's Critics' Choice Award yellow outfit?
Yes.
This is where men need to be. This is where
Pull it
this
up.
is the tailoring.
Pull it up.
This is the. I mean, it is. Oh, it's so this suit, this jacket, this look is so good. RJ's pulling it up currently. We're gonna be sharing our screen in just a
Yeah, things that
minute.
swept, or the things that swept at the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice, and that was The Bear, Succession, and Beef. Ugh, look at him.
Like, look at where the hemline of his pants hit. Look,
Perfect.
I just
Look at the
love
seam.
that color
Look
of
at the-
mustard.
Oh, it's
I know.
so good. The shirt, it doesn't have, but it's exquisite. And this is the Critics' Choice Awards on the CW. So men, we need to be stepping it up. That's the.
Oh yeah,
Step it
Chelsea
up.
Handler had a really funny joke about something, along the lines of like, it's a big deal if you're seeing Oprah here on the CW or something like that, or like how much she loves this film. She's willing to be on the CW.
Oh, Elton John got an EGOT.
He did.
So,
It's true.
Get
yeah.
your flowers,
Mhm.
He won
girl.
an Emmy.
Get your flowers,
Get that
girl.
Emmy. Jace has something against things like that winning Emmys, but
What does that mean?
he doesn't like when like things are like a concert that should not be like. He thinks it's silly that like that constitutes up for an Emmy because they live streamed a concert. But I was like, Jace, Elton John. It's Elton John's performing, but it's the crew that
It's not
completed a
Elton
live.
John.
Yeah, and I was like, it's not Elton John. Like
It's the camera crew.
it's the entire team that like made
It's
that
the
go so
production.
seamlessly.
It's
I was like,
production,
Honestly,
girl.
Jace.
Hello.
Honestly,
He did not
Jace.
get it. He was like,
Men, once
Simple,
again.
simple,
men,
simple.
men.
So
Well, Jace, when
exhausted.
you're up for an Emmy, let me
We're
know.
not. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, sis.
Exactly.
Well,
Do we want to say anything about this Ariana DeBose thing, or do we not even care?
Oh my God. I'm going to go off about it. You know what? I'm going to go
okay.
off.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go off. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's time to go off. And we're back. It's time to go off. Do you want to go, Miranda? Since you're so
Yeah, I'll go.
heated?
Yeah.
It's time to go off, Miranda.
Okay, so at the Critics' Choice Award, they were presenting for Best Original Score, and it was what is her name from the Pedro Pascal show? That girl. And yep,
Bella Ramsey.
yes, Bella Ramsey and Anthony Ramos. First of all, who let that cheating ass man up on stage? Who let him there? Anyway, you know him. The original cast of Hamilton, okay? And sweet little Bella
Usnavi.
is reading off of this prompter, but some white men wrote this stupid ass joke that she had to read, and she says actors who think they're singers like Jack Black, Ryan Gosling, and Ariana DeBose, who has won an Oscar for her role in the Steven Spielberg musical West Side Story film, who was in the original cast of Hamilton with that motherfucker Anthony Ramos. Like, also Ryan Gosling is in a band, was in the Mickey Mouse Club. Also, Jack Black is a singer.
Ryan Gosling was the star of La La Land.
All like
A musical.
who there are so many other people that we could be making this joke about that I can't even like think of at the top of my head. But Ariana DeBose, they spanned her, and her face was like, huh, and she like smiled like, that's silly. And then she went on her Instagram story and was like, no, I did not think that was funny. LOL. Anyway, they were seen hugging at the Emmys so she obviously knows it's not this like little 11-year-old girls.
Mhm.
I think that is nuts. And the fact that Anthony just like stood there. They are literally in the same cast together, filmed. It is, oh my God, awful, terrible. Anyway.
You wouldn't say that to the bullet.
You would-
bullet.
The bullet?
Donna
Bullet.
Summer, right?
No,
She
that
was
was-
Donna
yeah.
Summer, right?
Yes,
Wasn't
yes.
she? Yeah, she was Donna Summer.
The like
Host
middle
of
one,
the
right?
Tony Awards, like
Host of the BAFTAs.
host of the maybe
That's
that's
my-
where their joke is coming
Yeah.
from.
They're like,
Boy.
oh, that's my
Yeah.
woman king.
that
Yeah.
was my woman king. Yeah.
Which I like the fact that thing.
It was a wild thing to say. It's mainly about Ariana, but also about Ryan and Jack Black. I think that was weird. But whatever.
I was surprised.
And like
that,
maybe we just like stop making fun of people's talents like that, you know?
Maybe we write better jokes. That wasn't even. It's
Yeah.
like,
I
what's
don't
the
know,
joke there?
writers. You know
The-
what?
like,
Whatever.
If
it's
okay, if you were gonna say it, Emma Watson.
Sure.
That's all that's coming to my mind at this time. But Emma Watson.
Emma Stone. La La Land. Like an actor
Emma-
who, yeah. She would herself, I'm sure, would say like, I'm an
She
actor.
was, but she was in Cabaret
But
on
she's-
Broadway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Adam was
Like,
the
I
writer
just
of these
wanna-
jokes.
Meryl Streep. Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
oh,
She's been in 3 musicals.
yeah.
She went to Juilliard.
4. Ricky
Yeah.
and the Flash.
I just don't think we need to be making that joke.
Yeah, it was not great. And to have this poor little girl say it too, it's just shady.
If you're gonna,
His poor
yeah.
little friend. I think they're NB.
Oh, I'm sorry. My
That's okay.
apologies.
I think so. I don't know for sure. Let me check.
Just write better jokes, girls, or write jokes.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. The defaming jokes are just not it, you know?
Cuz like
That's out. 2024.
Yeah.
Out.
Out.
Like, I
Damn
go back
spot.
I go back on what I said about Chelsea Handler last week because she obviously like redeemed herself and like
Yeah.
spent a good amount of her monologue talking about like this is the year of women and she like stopped her you know, kind of like broke from whatever the thing was to have Greta and Margot come up and like do an acceptance
Yeah.
speech
Yeah.
because they were doing them all through the commercials or whatever.
Mm.
So, but yeah, but even like, and her jokes were just like, I like old men, so I would fuck all these guys, and it's like that's funny.
Great.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not like
Yes.
it's not disparaging. I mean, because like obviously the people that she's pointing, you know, are older guys.
Bella's NB, but uses any pronouns.
Oh,
There you go.
well,
Okay.
my apologies. I would like to retract. Anyway, oh
So
my god.
if we want, we can just clip out that, and then we can cancel Miranda finally.
Yeah,
There it is.
Miranda,
I
just
gave you
say-
what you needed. I gave you
Miranda,
This-
just say I
The
don't
pod
care
is
what
finally
they
over.
are.
The Anthony. I think the
pronouns
Anthony,
are stupid, and I don't think
My
you need to
pronouns
use them.
are USA. Adam, would you like to go
Help.
ARF? Damn.
Um,
Oh.
There's got to be something you're mad at. If not, Casey's speaking for the nation.
oh,
Next up.
That's an
I
old
am?
note.
Oh, is that your old? Is that the old
That's
one? on the
last
notes?
week's note.
Yeah.
Well, they're not
Remember,
doing
I
it.
was so adamant on going second, and Adam wanted to go second,
Yeah.
but then I got
Yeah.
my way.
He did.
So now,
I
Adam,
got
you
it
get your
my
way.
The year of
way.
women.
Go ahead, Adam.
Um,
Speak over for the women
Speak over women.
and go Orf.
No, I really don't have anything. I have like I don't know.
Yo-
We'll
Your
have a
time.
shared one. We'll have a shared one.
Will
Here,
we?
We'll riff off of with me.
Ooh, riff with him.
Riff with
Riff.
Cute.
with me.
What's
it's below.
yours?
It's below 0, girls.
Oh, girl.
And
Girl.
I'll say it. I am from the tropics. Okay. I'll say it.
The drop.
I'm an island boy.
I'm an island boy. Okay. And no, the Great Ocean, Michigan don't count. Okay. So, it's tough. Okay. It's real tough when I go outside and it is bitter cold. And you know what? people shouldn't be outside at below zero. And for the people that have to, you know,
We're banging those pots
we're
and pans.
banging those pots.
First
Essential.
responder.
Because now when it's below zero, that's now more than ever. We need to be like, only essential workers should be out there. Don't clog up the roads.
Oh, I
Don't
do have
clog
one.
up
I do
the
have one.
CTA. Okay, if you're an office that lets you work from home, do it, because it's not worth it right now, girl. It is so freaking cold. Girls are throwing jeans.
Girls are freezing their hair.
Girls are freezing. My nose hairs are frozen.
It's so cold.
That's how cold it is.
Are you done?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, here's mine. I kind of have a
Tag.
two-parter. It's about
Riff.
the cold.
It's about the cold.
If you're old, I don't want to hear that you lived through the blizzard of 78 and now kids today don't have to go to school because it's negative degrees. Do you know why kids don't have to go to school because it's negative degrees? Because they can't stand outside for like more than 5 minutes or they start getting fucking frostbite. Don't
Yeah.
do this thing of being like, well, back in my day, we could do it. Like, why are kids so soft? You shouldn't have done it either. It was bad
That was
to
also
begin with.
wrong.
Like, what are we just... It's the thing of like, oh, well, I lived through it, so it should be fine. No. That's not how
No.
it works. People get hurt. Children are susceptible. My God, people. Okay, that's one. The
I'm
other
guessing
one.
something at work.
No, it's all been online. I unfortunately follow normally a very funny account called Midwest versus Everybody on Twitter. And they've done a little bit of that, and I've been like, why are we doing this? The other one I saw was like people being like, the grocery store when Texas is worried that snow's coming. The snow that came to Texas, and it's like a light dusting. Guys, it's not the snow that Texas is worried about. Let me speak for my Austin office, okay?
Go off, queen.
Go off,
It's
queen.
not the snow. No one in Texas is like, we're going to get 6 inches of snow. No one. We all know that that's not what's going to happen. The problem is that their energy grid fucking sucks because they privatized it. So what will happen, and which happened a couple years ago, as we all remember, because we all lived through Casey talking about it for weeks on end, was that
and would
like,
not shut up about how she couldn't go home.
there was no
God,
electricity,
annoying.
pipes burst, blah, blah, blah. These houses are not built to retain heat in Texas. You want houses that retain heat, you go to a brick house in like Minnesota. That's going to keep that heat trapped, honey. That's what it was built to do. These houses in Texas are built so that the heat doesn't stay inside because it's hot so much of the year. So when this happens, guess what? People, it's so annoying. So then, and then, I don't know if you saw this, but then Ted Cruz, sorry to get political. I'm really sorry because it's really annoying. Did you see what he fucking tweeted? He tweeted a
No.
joke being like, good luck getting, stay warm, blah, blah, blah. And if you can, meet me in Cancun. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, because
Ted,
last time.
Ted.
Yes.
274 people died when you were in Cancun. Your constituents died. You cannot, in good conscience, I know you don't have one, so it's fine. But
None.
you can't make a joke about that. You don't get to win by being like, LOL, I can talk about Cancun now. You cannot talk about Cancun. You will never own that. That's not funny. It will never be funny. You fucked off to Cancun. And like, you're so lucky that you get to. The fact is that you acted like an asshole and then pretended like you didn't do anything wrong. And you're still pretending like you didn't do anything wrong. You're a fucking piece of shit. That's all.
And Ted,
Speak
you're
on
not allowed
that.
in close friends anymore.
We're blocking you from close
Yeah,
friends.
And you're
Ted.
blocked from close
Blocked.
friends.
2024, the year of the
The
block.
year of the block.
Blocked.
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 And muted and reported.
And
So sorry.
reported.
You're not seeing that green circle anymore,
harassment.
Girl, you know what? He's not seeing the gates of heaven. He sucks. He's an awful person. Ugh.
Yeah, and like even when in I'll never forget in 2021 when the winter storm was happening, the rest of the world was laughing at us. Like they were like, you guys can't tough it out, like blah blah blah, and it's just like we aren't made for this.
It's not,
And we don't.
not us as people, but literally the places we live in.
it's the equivalent
Yes.
of like when the UK is going through those fucking heat waves they've been getting every summer where it's like
Yeah.
100 degrees. Those houses are meant to trap heat. So these people, Ari was like, it is sweltering. I am like shirtless most of the day because it's just so hot, and people don't
Like
have
Seattle,
air
too.
conditioning.
Yeah,
And you
like,
can't
yeah,
even
Seattle.
you can't even in UK. You can't even put in window units because most of their windows don't open shutter style. They open vertical ways, so you
Yeah.
can't fit the like. It's not.
Damn, that crystal light went right through
It's
you.
just
Yeah,
so
it's real.
frustrating.
Oof.
Just have empathy, please. In 2024, let's bring back fucking empathy.
Empathy is in.
In.
So no more bullying millennials and be good.
No
be
bullying
kind.
millennials.
Nice
Stop,
mean girls.
Stop making fun of
Nice girls.
Texans.
Yeah. You know
Empathy.
what? Mrs. Kasha Davis was right. There's always room
for a cocktail.
for kindness. The Austin office is cackling. Casey, do you have a
Just-
go off, or was that your? That was
I mean, that pretty much summed it up. I will just add to this, and this is not so much a go off as a like, I don't know what, but so I got a 1 week trial of like a TV app so that I could watch my Gypsy Rose. I could I could
You can
and
watch
then
Drag
I
Race,
have
is that
just
what you said?
rediscovered I've rediscovered all of my MTV shows. I've been watching Catfish. I've been watching Jersey Shore, Family Vacation. I watched a little bit of Love After Lockup, and like I've
tried
been
and
missing
true.
this stuff. And like, but then I'm like, am I better off not having this app? Will I get more done? Absolutely. But do I want to? I don't know.
What's
It's-
the app?
Yeah, Casey, here I have multiple questions. Yes, what's the app?
What's the app?
It's like Philo. Like it's like Sling. It's just like it's like
a
MTV,
TV app. Yeah.
TLC, VH1 because like some of these shows you can get on Hulu, Max, whatever, but some of them you can't. Like you can't get MTV shows, VH1 shows, WeTV, can't get that on any of these other apps. So it's like all my little trash shows that I want to watch are on this app, but they're not like I don't need them enough to want to pay $25 a month because I've still got ads. I've seen 20,000 Mean Girls ads. I've seen so many Wonka ads. But yeah, I think I'm better off just not having the trash
Okay,
TV.
Part 2, what other things are you doing instead of watching TV? What are the better things that you could be doing?
Damn.
Besides,
Well,
I mean, like bins, shopping. Because honestly, this $25 a month could go toward you not spending $75 a month elsewhere.
True,
math.
but I need to be watching these shows while also listing some of this shit on eBay. Because I got boxes of stuff that needs to be listed on eBay. I haven't sold anything since January 2nd. So it's
Wow.
it's
Slowing
rough over
down.
here. Yeah.
Is Joe not a TV person? How?
He's a movie guy.
He loves the movies.
But they
He's
show
Maria
movies on
Menounos.
TV.
But he doesn't.
Well, like that's the thing. Is he likes watching movies. He doesn't like watching shows. So like he's not.
But he doesn't
does
get the
not.
excitement of being like, oh, TNT is playing The Other Woman, which is what was on before dinner that I was watching.
Yeah, like
know?
I mean, like he wants to watch the movie. He wants to watch his hard copy of the movie.
Physical
You know,
media.
he wants the physical
He
media.
wants to
Like
put it in the.
So what happens? Here's what happens. He buys the movie because the 4K version has shown up or something. You know, like they release these movies and they're like, "Here's the 4K Blu-ray. It looks the best." He will buy it. So then that goes on his watch list. So it could be a movie from this year or a movie from 20 years ago. And then he's like, well, we have to watch this movie because I now have it. So now we can watch it. So, but he likes to watch these like kung fu movies that I don't care about. So that's when I
Panda.
go watch my little
Panda,
shows.
sure,
That
sure,
is
sure.
a
Panda,
cinema
absolutely.
girl.
Kung
I
Yeah, Kung Fu
love the way
Panda.
Casey just explained how purchasing physical media happens.
Well,
I
it's just like
love-
it's like he doesn't just buy it to like own it. He needs to watch it at least once.
yeah.
So he
That's-
makes a list. So
I
This
would
is-
buy
it's
it.
hard. It's hard for Casey because she keeps her dolls in the boxes.
Yes.
It's hard.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why she's confused.
I own it.
Whereas,
I
like,
don't need
you flip through my DVD case. They're all, where are those cases? No clue, but they're in my little file in chronological release order.
yeah.
Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, Sleeping Beauty.
Well, before we sign off, I want to read some comments that we had from a couple of episodes dragging us. No, I'm just kidding. From our Santa episode, someone commented, I fully believed in Santa until like the 6th grade. I remember me and my friend would spend hours trying to convince everyone else that he was real.
That was
Good for
probably
you.
the person my 6th grade teacher harassed in social studies class.
no.
It's probably them.
I was
Krista, is that
like
you?
yeah, I was at least 11, so I was almost there.
That was Serenity who said that. Serenity, it's okay. Megan said the mall tours, because that's when we did the Google Map tour of the Des Moines.
Des
The mall
Moines
tours
Square
are cracking
Mall.
me up because I recently had a similar call with my friends looking up their outlet malls by them and extensively discussing the lay of the land. Listen, that might be a new close friends featurette. We just go to
Hey,
our local malls.
Jace has to go to the mall tomorrow, so maybe I'll go live on Close Friends
Yeah.
and show you around
Show
Des
us
Moines
what's dead.
Town Center Hall.
What's dead? What's still alive? What's hanging on?
What local women's boutique has taken over
Yeah.
the FYE?
How many
Sure.
K-pop stores are there? Is there a K-pop store?
These are K-pop
Not in Des Moines.
Not in Des Moines.
Not in Des Moines.
And then
Pokemon?
Auburn on our last episode, Do Not Put the Carrot in the Donut, said that it was one of the more chaotic episodes in a while, and they loved every minute. So there you go. More prop comedy.
Chaos in.
Chaos ensued. Chaos is in.
More carrots and donuts in 2024.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that's what we clipped on Instagram. When it was like you were tagged in a reel and I opened it up and I was like, oh my fuck,
it's-
help.
Well, girlies, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, and don't forget.
We'll
to
put,
read
yeah,
the group
hopefully,
chat.
if you haven't seen it, go see Mean Girls.
Go see Mean
see
Girls.
Mean
absolutely.
Girls.
And follow us on the Patreon.
And follow us on the Patreon, and we get 3 bonus episodes. We answer the time-old question: Am I the asshole this month? So
It's a good
play
one.
along with us. Yeah. Okay, girls.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.